My name is Olivier Dupuis from Bordeaux. I'm 46 and it's my first Ironman. I came with my friends and family to celebrate.
Buenos días. Nosotros somos participantes del Club Ciclista Mirandés de Miranda de Ebro. Venimos desde España a participar mañana en la prueba y nos encontramos en condiciones como para estar haciendo unos buenos resultados, ¿verdad, compañeros?
Sí.
I'm Claire Westerman, 29. I'm from Great Britain. It's my second full Ironman. Did Ironman Wales in 2013 and otherwise done halves 3 times and did one 3 weeks ago.
Lucas, 42 ans, Champigny Triathlon, finalement un rêve qui
I'm Lucas. It's a dream that's finally come true. We'll see tomorrow if it's worth it.
C'est un rêve qui se réalise.
My name's Tom Fields. I from Denver, Colorado. First time in France, first Ironman. I'm very excited. Looking forward to tomorrow.
I hope to have a great race tomorrow and beat that mountain.
The stage is set for the 10th anniversary edition of the Nice Ironman. Spectators and athletes are flocking to the beautiful Mediterranean town, attracted by the sun, sea, and one of the most spectacular, challenging, and legendary Ironman courses in the world.
What do I like most about Ironman Nice? That is really tough. I love that bike course. It's so spectacular, it's so beautiful. I do like the technicality of it. I'm grateful that I was able to come out several weeks early this year and be able to see the course many times. That's helped a lot with my confidence and just being able to enjoy it. The swim is spectacular as well. Swimming in the Mediterranean is like nothing else. It's so beautiful. And the run is a blast. You know, the crowds are thick the whole way through, and you're able to see the competition. And near the finish line and at the end of every loop, it's like a party. The announcers are just going crazy, and there's music, and it's such a great event. I don't know that I could say that there's one thing that I love the best.
The sport of Ironman is growing strong. This year, a record 2,800 amateurs from 63 countries are joining the professional stars of the circuit. Nice is gripped by Ironman fever as the athletes flock to register and prepare themselves for the race ahead. United in their quest for near impossible feats of endurance, the Ironman welcomes organisers, professionals, amateurs and their families, who all find time to relax at the pasta party. Attracted by the romance of the course with its Mediterranean swim, alpine bike course and seafront marathon, the stars of the Ironman circuit are here in force.
Quite a good cycling, but just every time he said in the end,
Nice is special because the tough bike course, and if you look around at the moment, it will be quite hot tomorrow, and I think it would be a tough race, and I like tough races.
It's impossible to be in good shape all along the race. I have to stay focused and remain confident. Even if it's painful, things can be better in 10, 15 or 20 kilometers.
5, 10, 15 kilometers. I just have to look at me first, do my best, and then, especially here in Nice with a hard bike course, it's not such a tactical race like the other ones. Everyone have to make his own race. So I also make my own race, and then I look which place I can get.
Ironman is fast moving away from its macho image. More and more women are taking part. And with a record number of female entrants, Ironman Nice 2015 has a distinctly feminine flavour. Valentine is 22 years old and typical of the influx of young female competitors. She's just finished her studies in sports nutrition and relishes the challenge and ambiance of Nice.
Ça fait une dizaine d'années que je fais du triathlon. I've been doing triathlon for the last 10 years, and every year I've increased my distance. I'm attracted by long distance, and so for me, Ironman was the climax of all those years of training. And last year I came to visit friends who did the race. And there, when I saw the atmosphere of the race, I told myself that next year I'll do it. 10 years ago, you would see only 2 or 3 girls on the race, and years after years, it changed. And there are more and more women racing. Even on the roads, it was very rare to see women on a bike, and now it happens more and more.
Whilst some amateurs like Valentine are training to push themselves to the limits of physical endurance, many are here to enjoy themselves in the unique atmosphere.
We aren't shaped the same way, but we have similar challenges. We cannot develop quadriceps like them, except the ones that take products. For women, it's more insane to do it. I agree, it's totally crazy. We are mothers, we have family lives to deal with, we have jobs. As men, they got their jobs, and when their day is over, they go for training, and they go back to work and practice again at night. As for us, we have an entire family business to run on top of that. People have prejudices about women doing the Ironman. They always ask what your husband is doing or who is going to take care of the kids. So yes, it's a bit crazy.
I've done 2, you've done 3?
Yeah, this is my 4th, and we have the Ironman tattoo.
And if we can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
It is an equal opportunity sport.
Yeah, and we don't mind the name Ironman because we're Ironman. Doesn't matter whether we're women or not, we're Ironmen.
And we do the same distance as the men, so we're happy.
The growth of the sport is reflected in the burgeoning business done in the Ironman Expo, a huge commercial fair that attracts people in its own right, keen to try out and buy the latest innovations. Celebrities from other sports are also drawn by the Ironman allure. Superstar sprinter and 3-time Olympic champion Marie-Josée Pérec and her husband, freestyle skier Sébastien Foucrat, are here as fans. Basketball legend Richard Dackery has been spreading the word about Ironman too and drawing in his celebrity friends. The start is impressive, very stressful. And then you snap your fingers and off you go. But still, it's frightening. As the sun rises over the Mediterranean in Nice, thousands of excited spectators have gathered to watch the impressive start of the 10th anniversary Nice Ironman 2015. The 3.8-kilometre swim starts on the Plage du Centenaire with a first lap of 2.4 kilometres as the elite athletes struggle for supremacy and the amateurs try to keep their heads above water. The crowd then gets up close and personal with an Australian turn on the beach before the athletes plunge into the water again for a final 1.4-kilometre loop. At 6:25 a.m, the elite athletes are off. The daunting swim in the Mediterranean, 180-kilometre bike in the mountains, all topped off with a small matter of a marathon in the baking sun, has begun. A few minutes later, 2,800 amateurs charge into the sea. Months of training and sacrifice has been leading to this moment. Nerves evaporate in an explosion of thrashing limbs. The crowd has something to cheer about at the Australian exit as the local favourites make a strong start. Sylvain Soudry and Jeremy Jurkovic swap the lead. Romain Guillaume and Bertrand Biat also form part of the lead group. And the crowd keeps cheering as France's Sylvain Soudry and 4 compatriots make 5 of the first 6 out of the water. US rookie Drew Scott has had a storming swim in 4th. At 66, Michel Pacloglu is one of the oldest competitors and has run 44 marathons all over the world. He's relishing the opportunity to test himself to greater limits with his first Ironman in Nice. It's hard for me. I'm quite tense. Now it's difficult to cycle at an average speed of 30. But getting on the starting line, it's like a spiritual feeling. I raced here many years ago with Mark Allen for his 10th triathlon. I was in a much better shape at that time. I don't practice so much anymore, but as I get older, I feel much wiser. So the first thing to have in mind is getting out of the water. It should be okay. Secondly, bringing the bike back. That will be hard, because 180 kilometers in the mountains, it's a lot. But I'll do my best. Here in the bike park, this is it. I don't feel like fooling around. It was the case earlier, but not anymore. Right now, I'm really scared, and I think of my father. The Nice Ironman is rightly famous for its breathtaking bike course. The 180-kilometre test starts on the Mediterranean seafront, before the Alps has its say, with intense climbs, mountain passes like the infamous 19-kilometre-long Col de l'Ecre, and a treacherous fast descent where athletes can reach speeds of 80 kilometres an hour. Local hero Romain Guillaume won Ironman Lanzarote in 2014, thanks to a perfect bike split. He's the first man to saddle up today in 53:07. Boris Stein of Germany is 6:22 behind, and last year's runner-up, Spain's Victor del Corral, is further back still. They're both strong on the marathon and will still fancy their chances.
It's always difficult to imagine what the race it will go, but I think that I'm sure that I will losing time on the water, and there are really good swimmers. I think that I could do a good bike race, but probably difficult to be in front of the race after that. So for me, a good race tomorrow will be go down off the bike until too close to the people in front and had a good marathon to take the leads. Yeah.
For the women, the American Kate Snow takes to two wheels just ahead of hometown athlete Jeanne Collonges. She lives in Nice, knows the bike circuit well, and has the leader in her sights and soon overtakes her. The amateurs are being put to the test in the stunning scenery with tough climbs in the heat, sapping their energy. Our celebrity fans urge on their friends to greater heights.
So I'm here to support Sébastien, my partner, also Richard and all our friends. You have to be mentally very strong to take the start of the Ironman. But it's very nice here, and we're here to cheer them up.
Vous vous sentiriez de le faire un jour, d'essayer?
Marie-Jo. Dis oui, dis oui.
I should start swimming tomorrow. I'm not a good swimmer, but they say that if you are bad at swimming, you can improve very fast. And who knows, next year I might do the Ironman.
Donc je compte là-dessus, non?
Moi, ça me plairait bien. J'ai déjà fait des formats à peu près.
I wish I could run it. I'm used to a shorter distance, like half Ironman. But the run is a problem for me. My calf is injured, and I need to heal it.
Mais c'est en course à pied que j'aurai des problèmes parce que j'ai des soucis de mollet.
Guillaume sets the early pace, followed by a group including several of his French compatriots and the young American Drew Scott, who's going strong after a great swim in only his second Ironman. Scott is following in the footsteps of his legendary Ironman father, Dave Scott.
that's been around for years, and you know, my dad raced here before it was Ironman Nice, so I knew about it. And of course, you know, the course really suited me. So the bike course is really hilly, and you know, I tend to gravitate more towards that. So I'm really excited. It's something new. It's my first time to Europe, so it's been a fun week, and I'm ready to get going tomorrow.
With an effortless display of climbing, Collonges takes the lead. And with her boyfriend Romain leading the men's race, the darling couple of French Ironman are reigning supreme in their hometown race. Love triumphs in the Alps.
Bonjour. Ça prend un petit autographe, c'est possible?
Génial. Ça faisait longtemps.
C'est moi.
I'm good when it's steep. She's better on flat roads.
Otherwise, we don't always practice together, but we enjoy doing it once in a while. Then, as said Romain, we have similar programs, but different paths. He is a man, he's stronger, faster, and more powerful. But basically, it's the same approach. So when we start the marathon, we can cross the first men as they are beginning the second leg. So don't forget to slap my bottom when you pass me.
If she passes me on the run, it wouldn't be the first time. I'm used to it since we first met. We'll see on Sunday. Britain's Olympic time trial silver medalist Emma Pooley had an average swim, but is drawing on her numerous French bike victories to storm the field and catch the leaders.
Triathlon is a very welcoming sport to women, and it's quite a, I hate to say it, it's quite a sexy sport. You know, it's good. You know, if you're fit all over, you look good, and it's, you know, and it's a really balanced sport. It's healthy, and I think that's why it's attractive to a lot of women. But it's also competitive, and you can push yourself against yourself without being without feeling intimidated, I think, and that's a really nice thing. And yeah, so there's a huge growth in women participating, and I think a huge improvement at the pro level, and that's great to see. And yeah, I like that, because there's no point having a pro sport if there's no grassroots sport for it to to grow from.
Guillaume has been magnificent in the mountains, pulling away from the competition, with only Stein able to match his pace, a distant 8.5 minutes behind. The world-famous Ironman marathon circuit in Nice is 4 laps of the Promenade des Anglais, perched on the edge of Nice's Mediterranean Bay. Crowds throng the length of the course, giving the Ironman finale a unique and special ambience, until the last competitor completes the course well into the night. The lovebirds from Nice are hitting the Promenade des Anglais in pole position. The crowd goes crazy, eagerly willing their favourites to finish first. Guillaume had a great bike ride, a full 7 minutes faster than champion Bart Arnout's time from last year. But will it be enough to hold off a strong marathon challenge from Stein and Del Corral? Snow follows suit and surges past Collonges, who feels the pressure to retire in the heat. And there it is. Guillaume battles bravely, but is passed by both Stein and Del Corral. Stein holds off the Spaniard to finish strongly and win the Nice Ironman in a time of 8 hours, 27 minutes and 32 seconds. A phenomenal achievement in the searing Mediterranean heat.
After the bike course, I was second, and also after 8 minutes behind Jerome, I know that I could run faster if I have to do just my job. It would be work out in the end, and if it's not working out, it's also okay. Then I have to done my best, and also the second place would be quite good, and winners better, but yes.
Avant la course, je savais qu'il galopait. Enfin, c'est vraiment des très très grands coureurs.
I knew there were stronger runners. I took my chance, and I don't regret it. Like I said, you have to do your own race. I ran the marathon in 2:59, which was my time last year. It was close. I'll come back for the win.
Mais il s'en est fallu de peu, je reviendrai pour le faire.
Deuxième, Liz Roberts. Il reçoit lui aussi ce trophée offert par la...
France may not have their champions this year, but they have found worthy winners in Boris Stein and Kate Snow. They've battled the elements, the competitions, and most importantly, themselves, to be the Ironman of Nice.
And Lisa was putting a lot of pressure on during that run. And it was just all I could do to just hang on, and the crowd is just so amazing, and you guys are so spectacular down here at the turnaround with it's just a party atmosphere, and it really just gets you going again. And then every aid station is just a savior. All the volunteers, they're my heroes. I'm so grateful for everybody that's here, so thank you. It's such a beautiful day. Thank you so much.
Pour l'émotion, merci pour le magnifique spectacle sportif, pour votre effort, pour votre fidélité également à cette épreuve. Bravo! Great race today. Great exhibition. Your loudest applause for them. Moltes gràcies, enhorabona. Viel Grüße. Vielen Dank.
The attention passes to the amateurs, and it's an inspiring sight to see these mothers, fathers, professionals and workers triumph as they cross the line to become an Ironman in their own right. The physical and emotional stresses are overpowering. The achievement is awesome. Valentine finishes first in her category and can hardly contain her joy. Sébastien Foucrat achieved his goal, finishing in 12 hours.
Swimming and cycling were okay, but then my knee became painful. I had to deal with that. As for the marathon, well, I survived.
But the Nice Ironman also claimed its victims. 550 of the starters didn't make the finish. Michel Pacloglu's worst fears were confirmed when he was too slow on the bike and disqualified. He gave it every ounce of effort and has no regrets. Retired basketballer Richard Dacoury injured his Achilles and was forced to retire in the marathon. As night falls, the amateurs are still crossing the line, up to 16 hours after that first nervous plunge into the sea. The bravery is extraordinary, and they'll be back after another year's sacrifice and grueling training to compete in next year's Nice Ironman.